Hello everyone, this is Sagarika from Campus Technology, a portfolio company of Times Internet. So in today's video, we'll be talking about ethical hacking. In this video, you'll understand the meaning of ethical hacking, the various types of ethical hacking, and the protocols that you have to maintain as an ethical hacker. The term hacker was coined to describe experts who use their skills to redevelop mainframe systems, increasing their efficiency and allowing them to multitask. Nowadays, the term routinely describes skilled programmers who gain unauthorized access into computer systems by exploiting weaknesses or using bugs, motivated either by malice or mischief. For example, a hacker can create algorithms to crack passwords, penetrate networks, or even disrupt network services. The primary motive of malicious or unethical hacking involves stealing valuable information or financial gain. However, not all hacking is bad, and that is what we are talking about today. So, we have to understand what do we mean by ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is an authorized practice of detecting vulnerabilities in an application, system, or organization's infrastructure and bypassing system security to identify the potential data breaches and threats in a network. Ethical hackers aim to investigate the system or network for weak points that malicious hackers can exploit or destroy. They can improve the security footprint to withstand attacks better or divert them. The company that owns the system or network allows the cyber security engineers to perform such activities in order to test the system's defenses. Thus, unlike the malicious hackers, this process is planned, approved, and most importantly, legal, and hence ethical hacking. Ethical hackers aim to investigate the system or network for the weak points that malicious hackers can exploit. They collect and analyze the information to figure out ways to strengthen the security of the system, network, or applications of the organization. By doing so, they can improve the security footprint so that it can better withstand attacks or divert them. Ethical hackers are hired by organizations to look into the vulnerabilities of their systems and networks and develop solutions to prevent further data breaches. Consider it a high tech permutation of the old saying, it takes a thief to catch a thief. They check for key vulnerabilities, which include injection attacks, changes in security settings, exposure of sensitive data, breach and authentication protocols, components used in the system or network that may be used as the access points. On your screen, you can now see some of the main protocols that are maintained by ethical hackers. Since we now know that ethical hacking is legal and is needed for an organization to protect its important and confidential data, there are certain protocols which ethical hackers follow and which are obviously not followed by the unethical or the malicious hackers. I have listed down the four main protocols maintained by the ethical hackers. Firstly, stay legal. As an ethical hacker, you have to obtain proper approval before accessing and performing a security assessment from your organization or to the people you report. Second, define the scope. As an ethical hacker, you need to determine the scope of the assessment so that your work remains legal and within the organization's approved boundaries and framework. Thirdly, report the vulnerabilities. You have to notify the organization of all the vulnerabilities or crises discovered during your assessment. You have to provide remediation advice for resolving these vulnerabilities at the earliest. And fourth, data sensitivity. Depending on the data sensitivity, you may have to agree to a non disclosure agreement in addition to other terms and conditions required by the assessed organization. Now, since we know what ethical hacking is and the protocols one needs to maintain as an ethical hacker, let us understand the four different types of hacking. There are many ways through which a hacker can get into a security system and a network. Based on the way they get into the security system or the security network and execute the hacking process, we have the four listed hacking methodologies. Firstly, the web application hacking. Web application hacking is also known as penetrating hacking. Web application hacking is the practice of testing a computer system or a computer network to find security vulnerabilities that could be easily adopted or exploited. Web application hacking can be performed both manually and automatically. During the process of web application hacking, we highlight the weakness in the security measurements of a company. Even though web application hacking is ideally performed when a new network is added to the computer system, it should be performed from time to time to check the security performance of the particular network. It is also useful in the modification of the infrastructure of the application. It also modifies the end user's policies and applies various security patches as well. Web application hacking is practiced by many beginners by gaining various certifications which are available online. Secondly, we have system hacking, which is also called as network hacking. In system hacking, hackers get access to the networks and try to steal the data from there. System hacking is done if a hacker gets access to any server or computer network. Since system hacking is executed on servers and computer networks, it results in a huge loss of data all at once. Ethical hackers spend a lot of time reviewing the security levels of a server or computer to network to prevent any vicious activities by the unethical hackers. Third, we have the web server hacking. We are often advised to not share or enter our sensitive information on the web loosely. This is because web server hacking makes it possible to get information and data available on the web very effortlessly. Due to web server hacking, unethical hackers steal information like passwords, bank account details, etc. Web server hacking is a hacking practice in which hackers steal your sensitive information from the web by carrying out sniffing attacks. Web server hackers are found in various cybersecurity departments, and they are professionals who offer various cybersecurity courses from time to time to improve and upgrade their knowledge. And lastly, we have wireless network hacking, which is the most common type of hacking. We are often advised to use the public Wi Fi networks. It is because wireless network hackers can access your data from those open networks very handily. Wireless networks communicate with radio waves, so it is easy to hack them from any nearby location. Now, since we know the various types of hacking available, This is a very good time to know about the various types of hackers we have around us. Basically, there are two types of hackers, as the common man says, that is, ethical hackers and unethical hackers. But both the type of hackers work within three categories, that is, black hat hackers, white hat hackers, and grey hat hackers. So, firstly, what are or who are the black hat hackers? The primary motive of black hat hackers is to attain financial gains and cause digital havoc. They steal, alter, and discard data in a way that causes monetary loss to the owner of the data. It is due to them that there are so many misconceptions about ethical hacking as well. Second, as the name suggests, we have white hat hackers who are the ethical hackers in true sense. They seek due permission from the owner before getting into any computer system or the computer network. There has been increase in demand for white hat hackers in many technical and non-technical organizations to safeguard their data and information from any kind of breaches. And then we have a third category who are the great hat hackers. They lie between the black and the white hat hackers. They are always necessarily malicious but will look for some sort of financial gain after finding a bug in the computer network system. They have an ambiguous nature and their behavior will depend on the ethics of the person who is using it. Some of the common skills which are found in ethical hackers include programming knowledge, scripting knowledge, networking skills, and database knowledge. An ethical hacker should have an in depth knowledge about all the systems, networks, program codes, security measures, etc., to perform hacking efficiently. Programming knowledge, that is, an ethical hacker is required to work in various security professional fields, and for that he needs to have a proper understanding of the various programming languages like Python, Java, C, C++ for coding and cracking any kind of vulnerabilities. Secondly, we have the scripting knowledge. This is required for professionals dealing with network based attacks and host based attacks. Thirdly, networking skills. This skill is important because threats mostly originate from networks. You should know about all the devices present in your network, how they are connected, and how to identify if there has been any compromise. And lastly, we have the database knowledge. Attacks are mostly targeted at databases. Knowledge of database management systems such as SQL will help you to effectively inspect operations carried out in databases. You would also need to have a knowledge of multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, etc. You should also have the ability to work and juggle between different hacking tools to make your work more efficient. And finally, a good knowledge of search engines and servers is also a requirement in today's fast moving digital world. Now, since you know everything or have a basic idea about what ethical hacking is, the various types of ethical hacking, the skills you need for ethical hacking, you must be wondering, why is ethical hacking so important? We are aware that ethical hacking in its truest form is needed by organizations. Information and data are valuable assets for any organization. Many governmental or private organizations deal with extremely sensitive data that needs to be protected for the sake of protecting and safeguarding the privacy of the organization and the customer base associated with it. In the age of digitization, every organization needs to be assertive while ensuring the security and privacy of the data and information they deal with. Ethical hacking is extensively used to test security systems, as you can see on the second point. Ethical hacking is also used during executing, managing, and designing stages of test security systems. It finds the security vulnerabilities and also corrects them. We often hear about hackers finding bugs in various websites and companies avoiding them. Many hackers find technical bugs in the websites and applications of big companies. Due to this reason, many companies offer bug bounty programs. In these bug bounty programs, hackers are expected to find the technical bugs or the security vulnerabilities and thereby notify the respective organization. After notifying, the companies get the bug fixed and award the due credit and reward to the hacker who informed. Big organizations like Google, Facebook, Uber hire hackers particularly for this purpose of technical bug assessment. Ethical hacking is also used to secure crucial data from adversaries. It prevents malicious users from exploiting the organization or the individual. It reduces the risk of getting blackmailed by a person or an organization with ill intentions. Ethical hacking has a crucial role to play in the safety and security of a nation. Many national and state funded organizations hire hackers to prevent cyber terrorism and terrorist attacks. Many government employed personnel hire ethical hackers to protect their privacy and their data. Ethical hackers know very well how to think from the perspective of an attacker with ill intentions and find any potential entry point of security vulnerabilities. If an organization deals with information products, applications, and websites, then the need for an ethical hacker is probably unparalleled. I hope through this video you were able to have a comprehensive glimpse into the world of ethical hacking, the various types of ethical hacking, the protocol that is usually maintained by ethical hackers, and why ethical hacking is the need of the hour in the digital age. Thank you for listening.